Let us learn a little bit more about galvanizing and steel finishing. Here to help me do that is Mick from Joseph Ash. Hi Mick, thank you very much for joining us. You do galvanizing, that is what you guys do. Just give us a little bit of a rundown of the process and the kind of different finishes, different approaches that you take to the process.
Okay, galvanizing as a corrosion protection medium is we take raw basic steel in its rusty form or mill scale form, we put it through a pickling process, it's dipped into that zinc and then it's withdrawn, and that's your galvanizing process.
You mentioned pickling in there. Is that chemical pickling? What are you doing?
It's a dilute hydrochloric acid, so it's 3 parts water to 1 part acid. So it's not too strong a solution, but it will remove that mill scale and rust from the steel substrate because you need a chemically clean steel for the galvanizing reaction to take place.
Sure, and the output we are surrounded by here, for example. Tell us about this installation that you brought to stand here.
This structure here represents part of a larger structure that we did for the Clerkenwell Design Week back in May, and it was to highlight the architectural potential of using a galvanized finish, particularly on building cladding panels.
Sure. Where else? I mean, this is probably a massively broad question, but where else do you find your galvanized products being used? Is there a particular industry, particular use case, or really is it any metal, any steel that needs protecting?
Literally anything made of steel. So infrastructure projects, motorway guardrails, bridges, car park structures, football stadiums, sports stadiums, you name it. If it's made of steel, we can galvanise, and we can galvanise anything from small nuts and bolts up to 17-metre long beams.
Now, this isn't the only kind of finish that we've got, because let's just have a look at some of these powder coatings here. Tell me about this process and about why you might want to powder coat rather than just leave in its raw form.
Okay, powder coating really is where you want a colourful architectural finish from a steel protection point of view. So you're able then to use a series of different types of powder in standard RAL colours or other colours with various types of finish, be it matte, gloss, or the textured type hammerite finishes that you get there. Now you can have powder coat only, or you can have galvanise only, or you can have the best of both worlds and have a duplex coating, which is powder coat on top of a galvanised coating.
And how do you tend to apply the powder then?
The powder's sprayed onto an electrically charged piece of steel, electrostatic, and that then goes to a curing oven to cure the powder coating onto the steel substrate.
Really interesting stuff. Just tell me a little bit then about Joseph Ash Galvanizing and about your history in this industry.
Joseph Ash has been trading there for over 150 years. Oh, wow. We're one of the first galvanisers in the UK. Yeah. We've got 8 UK divisions, ranging Midlands based up to Hull, Chesterfield, down to South Wales, and also down to the Kent coast in Sittingbourne. We can, as I say, galvanise anything from small items rather, up to large structural steelwork. We're probably the best known galvaniser in the UK galvanising market. And we're going from strength to strength.
Yeah. Well, listen, thank you very much for joining us on the show. Thank you for bringing this installation from the Clerkenwell Design Museum as well. Wish you all the very best for this year's UK Construction Week.
Thank you.